Hello everyone, welcome to the launcher, and in today's session we are here to analyze Countdown Mock IPMAT Indore, and with us we have Jyoti Madan ma'am, and she's the one of the finest faculty of verbal around. So let's ask her overview. So ma'am, आपको क्या लगता है mock कैसा था? So before we move to man, so basically this is the standard structure of IPMAT Indore. We have three sections: QA, essay, short answers where you don't have options. 15 question hai. Time allotted is 40 minutes. MCQ 30 questions. 40 minutes verbal ability. So basically, Quant has 45 questions. Verbal also have 45 questions, and unfortunately, in Quant you get 80 minutes, and verbal you get only 40 minutes. And the cutoff for this is actually this. So in IPMAT you get +4 for every correct question, -1 for every incorrect question, and for EWS the essay cutoff is 16. 4 question keval, MCQ basically 4 questions, and in VA we have a cutoff of around 23 questions. 22, 23, 22 क्वेश्चंस. यहाँ पे अगर आप कट ऑफ देखेंगे तो वर्बल के कट ऑफ तो बहुत ही ज्यादा है. दैट इज एक्चुअली योर 28 क्वेश्चंस cut off for general. So basically verbal is scoring area. So if you want to get in, so or make sure that your verbal score should be very high. Okay, otherwise the chances generally reduces a lot. And this in this mock the highest score is 291. Highest score in quantitative aptitude, that is short answers, that is 56, and in quantitative aptitude MCQ, that is 99, and in verbal the highest score is 150 out of 180. Now this is something very good, but if you look at this, the median is 20. इसका मतलब लोग कट ऑफ तो क्लियर कर रहे हैं आराम से. More than 50% people are clearing the cutoff. In quantitative aptitude, again people are clearing the cutoff. Median is 29. Average score is 32. And in verbal median score, so median score is actually low here. So basically I would expect people to study verbal a little more. मैम आपका क्या व्यू है पेपर के बारे में? कैसा लगा? आसान था, डिफिकल्ट था, क्या?
Hi Shashank, hello everyone. Of course the median score is low, but looking at the paper इतना difficult नहीं था कि उसमें 110 तक score ना किया जा सके. Normally the highest score here is 150. Normally the score is around 110 to 120. That's the normal cutoff of VA in the general category. उतना achievable था. So there were not many questions that were difficult.
Okay. So this is the exact breakdown. So in as ma'am has said कि easy to moderate questions अगर देखे जाएं, so basically 30 questions, अगर यही 30 questions आपके सही हो गए, so 120 marks is here in VA. In essay, easy questions were less, but easy to moderate there were few questions. In QA again easy questions were 5 में तो cut off ही निकल जा रहा है. So this is something that is expected. Now before I start the quant section, let me move to verbal section. So ma'am will analyze her section. That is 40.
So verbal had this typical distribution. 3 passages tha with 6 questions each. 13 fill in the blank kind of questions, full of idioms, prepositions, normal vocab words, common confusables. वो सारा mix था जो regularly होता है. 5 parajumble questions as expected. कुछ सेंटेंस करेक्शंस थे एंड 4 पैरा कंप्लीशन बोलो या फिर सेंटेंस प्लेसमेंट काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन वेयर इन अ सेंटेंस वाज गिवन and you had to figure out ki para mein blank and you had to figure out which sentence will fit in at that point of time at that place, right? Again isme bhi as I could see there were about 2-3 questions that could be attempted accurately. एक आधा क्वेश्चन फंस सकता है, समझ सकते हैं. पैराजम्बल्स थोड़े मुश्किल थे, 2 of them वर स्टिल इजी टू क्रैक, हो सकते थे. फॉर 3 आई थिंक दे वर बेटर लेफ्ट अनअटेम्प्टेड, तो बेटर रहता.
-1
And
is still better than
of
मतलब
course,
0
as
is
it
still
is,
better.
para jumbles we say is not one kind of question that students should bank upon. तो वो कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री है. अगर 5 में से 2 क्वेश्चंस इजी हैं, यू कुड डू इट, तो वो कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री है आपकी लॉन्ग टर्म स्ट्रेटेजी में. यू शुड नॉट इंक्लूड दैट एज वन सेट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस जिससे तो मार्क्स हम लेके ही आएंगे, उससे आने ही वाले हैं. दैट स्ट्रेटेजी मे नॉट वर्क इन द लॉन्ग रन, बिकॉज नॉन एमसीक्यू नॉन ऑप्शंस रहते हैं.
Okay, so still getting 0. So these are the question numbers जो easy medium difficult है. Ma'am, if you look
करेक्ट.
at the right side, so most skipped questions जो हैं, ठीक है, वो ये हैं. Question number 90, 89, 73, 56 and 57. I'm not sure which questions were actually leavable, but there are some questions that are easy, but still students found it difficult. So they left it. So एक बार अगर आप ये questions एक बार देख लो, so I think that is
So 89
actually
and 90 definitely parajumble questions थे, and they were difficult for sure. 56, 57 इतने मुश्किल नहीं थे, could have been done.
89 and 90. मैम एक बार देख ही लेते हैं
89 and
questions को.
90 parajumble questions, last के दो
हाँ,
ये डिफिकल्ट
before
थे. इनमें से एक क्वेश्चन जो ट्राई कर सकते थे बच्चे, बिकॉज दे हैड क्लियर मैंडेटरी पेयर इन दैट, वो फिगर आउट हो सकता था, वाज क्वेश्चन नंबर 88. 88 was easy to figure out because उसके connections easy थे मिलने के लिए. 90 also थोड़ी सी मेहनत करते तो मिल जाता, but still I would say it will be difficult for someone who's attempting mocks for the first time, अभी अभी कर रहे हैं, not very well practiced in para jumbles. So this question अगर आप देखोगे तो it starts with the second statement. There is a question that is being thrown that has to be the opening statement, right? और उसके बाद में has to be 4, statement number 4, right? Then comes statement number 3. One example. See, 3 gives the full name of that person, that lady, and 1 gives the half name. So that's one of the ways to make a mandatory pair. The sentence with the full name should come first, and the one with the half name follows it. Right? So it has to be 2, 4, 3, 1. तो अगर इंट्रोडक्टरी क्वेश्चन उसके बाद में 3 और 1 का मैंडेटरी पेयर, अगर वो कॉम्बिनेशन लगाते तो फिर आ जाता. इवन विद 4 and 3, 4 ends with but very little is sacred and 3 says one exception. So 4 and 3 का भी एक कनेक्ट बनता है, एक मैंडेटरी पेयर बनता है. So it should have been 2, 4, 3, 1 in this case. But again, as I said, it will need a little more experience in parajumbles to figure this out. So if someone found it difficult, it's justified.
So I like this कि half name हमेशा full name के बाद आता है, and this is something that every student must remember, that half name should come after this one. You want to add something to these questions?
As I said, 88 वाला easy था, वो कर सकते थे because थोड़ा सा narrative tone में है, conversational tone है, so such statements are always easy to figure out what comes after the other. If I start with this, one of the on the course of my career, so the last one, the first sentence, until the novel alcohol failure A has to be the last sentence, right? So you begin with statement 4, and then comes 3, then 2, then 1. Most writers trail. Yes, that has to be the sequence. Your sentence 1, statement 1 will come in the end.
Okay. So until it is starting with until.
Mm-hmm.
ठीक है, Okay. So let's look at couple of more questions that the students has left. So, ma'am, can you tell me the question numbers?
So I have picked up a couple of questions, Shashank, that we should discuss with the students, जो कि easy थे, जो newcomers, beginners भी कर सकते थे. It didn't require much of practice. They were like sitting ducks. वो हो सकते थे. So probably we can go to question number 53.
53 is here.
Yeah. Okay, this was on a passage. Uh, this was the second passage based on philosophy, Aristotle's philosophy, and they said how Aristotle's logic was different from the modern logic. This question, why I picked up this question, because typically this is not based on the passage. ये logical consistency का question है. So anybody who has practiced logical consistency, as in cause happens, effect happens, if only if kind of conditionals, यहाँ पे वो apply होना था. And since unless is given, बहुत सारे बच्चों को पता नहीं रहता है. Unless is also an if conditional. So I can always reframe this sentence as if Aristotle doesn't make a rule, no one will follow it. And then you just had to apply the formula. If the cause happens, effect happens. And the second formula, if there is no effect, there is no cause. So there are formulas to sail through this. There's a very mathematical kind of concept in logic. तो ये एक ऐसा कॉन्सेप्ट है जो सिर्फ आपको फॉर्मूला याद रखना है और उसके बाद में यू अप्लाई दैट फॉर्मूला एंड यू विल ऑलवेज कम टू द करेक्ट आंसर. इसमें एक्यूरेसी रेट बहुत अच्छा आ सकता है.
Nice.
The right answer to this is option A. And
so,
yeah.
So basically you are saying instead of unless we can have if Aristotle
and
makes a
not,
rule,
and we have to make it a negative statement. So if Aristotle does not make a rule, that becomes your statement.
ठीक है.
Aristotle के बाद आप does not लगा दोगे, and then you can follow the normal logical consistency. So children, you should do logical consistency as a concept thoroughly. If अगर वो किया है, तो then this question can be solved without even reading the passage.
Oh, nice. Ma'am, the next question you want to pick?
54 also was easy, could have been done.
So the passage portrays Aristotle's
logical system. So यहाँ पे the experience, the second blank, उसमें सिर्फ distinctive word ही fit होगा because you need a positive connotation word, because उसके बाद में लिखा है explaining why it continues to be studied. बाकी तीनों जो second blank के words हैं वो negative connotation वाले हैं, तो वो वहाँ fit ही नहीं होंगे. So this is a very intelligent way of getting your FIB questions. So agar, if there are 2 blanks or 3 blanks, and if you know the meaning or the right answer to even one of them for sure, you can work your way around with the options and get to the right answer.
Nice. So all 8 words are different. So you get one right, your answer is there.
Correct. So these are all smart tricks जिसको लगा करके you can get to your right answer, and you don't have to do a lot of effort into it.
So any other you would like to pick?
We can take, we have not done 56, we can take 56 also. Okay, 56, the right answer, I'll tell you, the right answer has to be C, because वही एक option है जिसमें that typical keyword of distinct is given, a distinct conclusion, deriving a distinct conclusion. That was what was mentioned in the passage, और वही एक point था जो every time the author was repeating that point. So that was the only option. The students had to pick that keyword. The whole question depended upon picking that keyword, and none of the other options had that word.
Okay, okay. So that comes from passage. Nice. So basically, read it carefully and then get the answers quickly. So, ma'am, I would like to ask you one question. कि if someone is solving reading comprehension, should they attempt all six questions or they can attempt a few and then leave?
Of course, it's not necessary that they should attempt all of them or they should leave some of them. They should attempt as many as they can. एक बहुत बड़ा mental block रहता है शशांक कि if we have read a passage, so then we have to attempt all the questions. So it's like the students take it as a task कि अगर passage मैंने पढ़ लिया तो ऐसे कैसे हो गया कि मुझसे question solve ही नहीं हो रहा, अब तो 6 के 6 कर देने, नहीं हो रहे तो I'll keep struggling with it. So somewhere we have to be practical enough. Doing a 5 out of 6 is super. You do 4 out of 6 correct, you are still doing very good. So a 6 on 6 is not needed at times because every passage will have a mix of questions. Thode easy, thode medium, thode difficult. So it's not that कि अगर passage easy है तो उसके questions भी सब easy ही होंगे. There might be certain questions that are difficult and then they are given to you as speed breakers. So you don't have to fall in love with all the questions and do all of them and not take it on your ego as well.
जितने हो रहे हैं उतने करो.
जितने हो रहे हैं करो. 5 हो गए 6 में से तो भी बहुत अच्छा किया है आपने. You don't have to worry about the 6th one that you could not solve.
So as ma'am has said कि there are some questions जिनके लिए passage भी नहीं पड़ता है, पढ़ना पड़ता है. For example, question number 53. If you are running out of time, just pick up couple of questions that can be solved without reading the passage itself. So, ma'am, what's your take in this? I'm no expert in verbal. I'm just asking.
No, what you're saying is right. So ये तब करना चाहिए when you're running out of time. And let's say you just have 2-3 minutes left because you did not manage your time nicely and you just have 2-3 minutes left and there is a whole passage followed by 6 questions. अब आप उतना नहीं कर सकते. तो एटलीस्ट आप ऐसा कोई क्वेश्चन तो फिर भी क्वेश्चंस में देख के अटेम्प्ट कर सकते हो. यू कैन इंक्रीज योर नंबर ऑफ अटेम्प्ट्स. कोई वोकैब क्वेश्चन लाइक द वन अबव दिस क्वेश्चन नंबर 52 इज अ वोकैब क्वेश्चन. वो भी बिना पढ़े हो सकता है. You don't need to read the passage, understand the passage. Any vocab question can be directly attempted. In very rare situations, the contextual meaning will differ from the real meaning.
Nice.
So that can also be done. So rather than leaving the whole passage कि अब टाइम नहीं है 3 ही मिनट बचे हैं पूरा पैसेज छोड़ दो, नहीं हो सकता, कम से कम वो 3 क्वेश्चन तो कर लो जो बिना पढ़े हो सकते थे पैसेज को.
So anyone wants to ask something in verbal, ma'am would be happy to respond to your queries. अगर किसी को लगता है कि कोई डाउट है verbal में कुछ और नया जानना है या you want to learn new shortcuts and all, so ma'am, I think ma'am would be very happy to answer your queries. I have asked a lot of questions that the students have asked me. So अगर आप लोगों के कोई डाउट है you should definitely ask. So ma'am, would you like to pick something else over here until unless students are writing? आप कुछ और करना चाहोगे और एग्जाम को लेके कुछ आप बताना चाहोगी?
See, about the IPMAT Indore paper, as you were mentioning earlier, looking at the cutoffs, my take is also that कि quant और essay का cutoff इतना high नहीं जाता है. But verbal definitely high jata hai. So most of the time when the kids are attempting, this is what I come across most of the times. The kids, if I ask them, they would have scored decently in QA and essay. For example, essay ka cutoff is around 20, 24. उसके आसपास ही रहता है. A kid would have scored about, yeah, that's it. That's it. उतना किया तो हो गया, right? So a kid who is scoring about 30 in essay, that means he has already cleared the cutoff by all the previous year markers. A kid who's scoring MCQ में, let's say about 45, well above the cutoff again, and has scored a 90 in verbal, normally comes to me and tells me कि मैं quant और ऐसे में तो बहुत weak हूँ, verbal ठीक है मेरा. मेरा वर्बल तो सबसे अच्छा है मैम. I've scored a 19 verbal, so my verbal is the best. जबकि स्टोरी पूरा उल्टा है.
हाँ हाँ.
So
So verbal में
this
you have
child
to be
cannot
verbal.
even clear the cutoff for verbal in the general category, or quant or essay is way above the cutoff mark. So what is extremely important is, a realistic knowledge of what is required in terms of the marks.
So, ma'am, I am picking up a question of Yashu. She is asking how to solve RCs and she is looking for some shortcuts. कि अगर आपको approach करना, are you going to read the whole passage or what else? So,
See,
those,
so RCs, looking at the exam, if I talk about Indore, looking at the exam, the level of the exam, skimming and scanning, mat karo. May not work. You don't want to take those chances. And there are not many passages that are factual in nature. वो factual passages में चलता है. यहाँ पे you need to develop that habit of quickly reading the passage and at the same time getting to the opinion statements of the author. So see, every passage is going to be a combination of some of the facts that the author has presented and some claims that the author is trying to make. So in the whole process, जब आप passage पढ़ रहे हो, you just have to focus on those 5 or 6 lines that are the opinion statements of the author. उस crux, passage का crux आपको pick करना है. And the rest of the passage you can just skim through. If you do that, आपका reading speed जल्दी हो जाएगा and most of your tricky questions will fall in line. That's the best shortcut that you can have. There is nothing else that can reduce the reading time. The only thing that can reduce is you improving your comprehension so well that you do it quickly.
and how to improve comprehension?
Now, that is what I started with, Shashank. So you first need to figure out for the first 15-20 passages time lagao. Even if it takes you half an hour to 40 minutes to read one passage, spend that amount of time while practicing at home and trying to figure out the opinions of the author. It's a painstaking process. लगेगा पहले 25 passages बहुत मुश्किल लगेंगे करने के लिए. But once you have gone through that phase, things automatically fall in line. So that's a skill that is developed. It cannot be taught. तो वो instinctively develop करना पड़ेगा आपको passages पढ़ के, how to get to the opinion statements of the author, how to realize, okay, this is one important statement when I'm reading the passage. And this has to be done while reading the passage. That's why I am stressing upon it. It's not something that you can do after you have read, like you do it in your school. आप पूरा passage पढ़ लेते हो, बाद में you discuss the passage amongst the class with your teachers and you reflect on what was important looking at the questions. Utna time nahi hai. So what skill set that you need to develop is while reading the passage wo sab nikalna. That crux of the passage has to come out right there and then.
Okay. And ma'am, Neerav is asking ki how to quickly solve parajumbles.
So Neerav, parajumbles ka the best and the quickest and the most accurate way to solve them is to do it via mandatory pairs. Now, what are mandatory pairs? They are those combination of sentences that you figure out should go one after the other. Like when I was solving that question number 88 in the parajumble, I told you usme full name diya hai, upar half name diya hai, so then they should come together. Right? So in that situation, let's say statement 3, I know for sure that statement 3 has to be followed by statement 2. So 3 and 2 becomes my mandatory pair. And then you try to figure your way around. And then there are multiple ways of making a mandatory pair. So just going by the full name, half name was one of the ways of doing that. So you look at your paired conjunctions, you look at your tense consistency, you look at the chronology, you look at the narrative, a lot of things that can work as your treat your parajumble question as a cardboard puzzle. वो जो आप बचपन में करते थे ना, जब आप pieces fit करते थे. So you used to try and match one half of the yellow skirt with the other half of the yellow skirt. कुछ clues को देख करके आप matching करते थे. This para jumble in front of you is also like that cardboard puzzle. The clues are right there in the sentences. You have to figure them out. So कहीं पे प्रोनाउन यूज हुआ है तो उसका एंटीसीडेंट कहाँ था, कहीं पे दीज लिखा है, दैट लिखा है, डेमोन्स्ट्रेटिव है, तो कहाँ से आ रहा है. All those things you have to figure out. Those are your clues. And on the basis of that, you have to then figure out what comes after, what comes before, and make a sequence.
Okay. Anyone else wants to ask something? So nothing as such. So no one is asking anything. So ma'am, kuch or would you like to add? Then I'll start the quant one.
Okay. Yeah, sure. One last bit of advice before I leave. From the Indore or any of the management exams perspectives, vocab is a big area. You had a lot of questions on even CUET was very heavy on vocab questions. So if you want to do well in any of these exams, be very consistent with your vocab practice, with your vocab, with your idioms and phrases, prepositions, vocab से related, common confusables, homonyms, homophones, जितनी भी चीजें vocab से related हैं, उस पे आप consistently काम करो. That's going to yield results.
Okay, so vocabulary is important, and that is not something that we can skip.
Yes.
Okay. So, guys, let's move on to the quant part. So, just give me a moment. So एक बार क्वांट पार्ट पे चलते हैं हम. That is so let's start with the quant part of it. So basically we have, so as ma'am has rightly said कि everyone says कि verbal अच्छा है लेकिन verbal में cut off नहीं निकल रहा है because you are scoring higher in your verbal section. But if you look at this कि generally if you are doing 11 questions correct, this is score, you are doing 11 questions correct, it means you are already way above the cutoff. If you are doing 7 or 8 questions, or maybe I would say 8 questions, right, you are still way above the cutoff. So basically exam में ये होता है. लेकिन अगर यहाँ की बात करें, so basically you need to have around 28 questions, right, to meet the cutoff. So basically verbal has to be your strongest area, and you have to be very quick in verbal as well, because look at this, verbal has 40 minutes, number of questions are given are 45. On the other hand, you have 40 minutes for 15 questions, you have 40 minutes for 30 questions. So अपने पास टाइम बहुत है, ठीक है. करने 11 ही है, यहाँ पे 11 करने हैं, यहाँ पे अपने 7 से 8 करने हैं. 50% ऑफ द पेपर कर लिया क्वांट में, मतलब जंग जीत ली. वीए में 50% में कोई गारंटी नहीं है आपका कट ऑफ निकलेगा. सो इसका मतलब ये है कि हमको मतलब ये नहीं है कि कम ही क्यों है और पढ़ना बंद कर दो, लेकिन वर्बल में यू हैव टू बी अ बिट बेटर, एज वेल एज यू शुड बी वेरी स्मार्ट टू यूटिलाइज योर टाइम वेल. सो ये टोटल अपना इस मौका बाइफर्केशन है. क्यूए में 3 आसान है, ऐसे में 3 आसान है, इजी मीडियम 5 है और मीडियम 5 है. डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन इस पर पूछे ही नहीं गए. सेम गोज फॉर योर एमसीक्यूज. There were no difficult questions. So now this is the bifurcation. Mathematical puzzles are 3, simple interest, compound interest 1, remainders 1, time, speed, distance 1, matrix determinant 1, profit loss 1. So basically standard bifurcation जो अपना IPMAT में आता है उसकी बात कर रहे हैं हम. So now let's pick up the questions. So basically अगर आप देखेंगे तो difficult question एक भी नहीं है. Question number 12, 15, 3, 10 and 7 has been skipped by maximum number of students. 12 के बारे में मैं बोलूंगा क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 छोड़ा जाना ठीक है कि इट इज वन ऑफ द मीडियम मतलब अमंग ऑल द क्वेश्चंस दिस इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 आई वुड से ठीक है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 ठीक है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 आई एम नॉट श्योर व्हाई पीपल आर लीविंग क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 एज वेल एज क्वेश्चन नंबर 15. सो लेट्स लुक एट few questions and see. This is the graph of accuracy and attempt percentage. Question number 12 has the least attempt. So accuracy is shown in the blue line and attempt percentage is shown in the red line or magenta. I don't know the colors. So if you look at the lowest accuracy you are going to see, that is going to be in question number 12. Attempts are even lesser. On the other hand, question number 3 attempt ही नहीं किया लोगों ने. So let's see question number 3. Question number 3 क्या कह रहा है? Karan beats Arjun by 420 meters in 1260 meter race. ठीक है. So इसको सबसे पहले वैसे देख लेते हैं कि यहाँ पे करण जो अर्जुन को 420 से बीट कर रहा है दिस रेस में. तो मैं सबसे पहले क्या करूंगा, मैं ये देख लूंगा कि 1260 minus 840. So Karan covers your 1260. In the same time, Arjun covers 840. इसका मतलब दोनों की स्पीड का रेशियो 7:2 है, सॉरी 3:2 है. ठीक है. अब उसके बाद क्या कह रहे हैं कि अब वो यहाँ पे स्लोप में दौड़ रहे हैं. Karan is starting from the bottom and Arjun is starting from the top. अब वो क्या कर रहे हैं कि अर्जुन हैज कवर्ड 50 meters more than Karan if they meet. ठीक है. If person's speed on the slope becomes 25% higher and running down becomes 2/7 lower. ठीक है. तो मैं क्या करता हूँ यहाँ पे ये मान लेता हूँ into 7 कर देता हूँ, into 7 कर देता हूँ, या फिर मैं सीधे ये कर देता हूँ, इसको 14 कर देता हूँ, 14 कर देता हूँ. So Karan's speed becomes what? That is 42. Arjun's speed becomes what? 28. Why I am doing it? क्योंकि I need Arjun's speed multiple of 4 and I need Karan's speed multiple of 7. Karan की स्पीड 2/7 से कम हो गई, मतलब स्पीड ऑफ Karan is 30. ठीक है. अर्जुन की स्पीड 1/4 से बढ़ गई, so 1/4 is going to be 35. When they are covering, so basically अगर मैं यहाँ पे सिंपल लॉजिक वाली बात करूं, ये 30 चल रहा है, ये 35 चल रहा है. सो व्हेन दे आर कवरिंग 65 meters, उस टाइम पे अर्जुन करण से 5 मीटर ज्यादा करता है. करण को 500 मीटर ज्यादा करना है. इसका मतलब टोटल ट्रैक लेंथ 6500 होनी चाहिए. देयर इज नथिंग मच मैथमेटिकल अबाउट इट, प्रीटी मच स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड. गॉट द आंसर. अंडरस्टूड द, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड द अप्रोच ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन? कि मतलब सीधे रेशियो लेके खत्म, पूरा सॉल्व नहीं करना, पूरा उस पे नहीं जाना, आंसर नहीं निकालना है. ठीक है. सीधे ऐसे 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 करके टीएसडी में, इन टीएसडी ऑलवेज रिमेंबर टीएसडी इज ऑल अबाउट रेशियोज. इट्स नॉट अबाउट द फॉर्मूला, इट्स नॉट अबाउट द शॉर्टकट्स. रेशियो याद होने चाहिए, इमेजिनेशन अच्छी होनी चाहिए, देन यू कैन गेट द आंसर्स वेरी वेरी क्विकली. ठीक है. इसके अलावा एक दो क्वेश्चन और उठा लेते हैं. So for example, if I am going to go back to this one, question number 15. Question number 15. What is question number 15? Question number 15 is going to be this one. So the difference between roots is strictly less than root 5 and mod k is greater than 2. इसका मतलब k जो है वो या तो 2 से बड़ा है या आपका k -2 से छोटा है. ठीक है. k belongs to this interval. I am not sure why people are saying this question is easy. This is definitely not easy. So let's see. सो व्हाट इज द सम ऑफ रूट्स. सो इस टाइप का क्वेश्चन जो है बहुत स्टैंडर्ड टाइप का क्वेश्चन है, ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. लेट्स से रूट्स आर अल्फा एंड बीटा एंड दैट इज इक्वल टू माइनस के अल्फा इंटू बीटा एंड दैट इज इक्वल टू 1. ठीक है. अब हम क्या करेंगे, सिंपल चीज ये है कि इसका स्क्वायर कर देते हैं. व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू गेट, अल्फा स्क्वायर प्लस बीटा स्क्वायर प्लस 2 अल्फा बीटा, दैट कम्स आउट टू बी 2 एंड दैट इज इक्वल टू के स्क्वायर. So alpha square plus beta square comes out to be what? K square minus 2. ठीक है. मैं यहाँ पे माइनस 2 अल्फा बीटा कर देता हूँ, तो 2 अल्फा बीटा का मतलब यहाँ पे माइनस 2 और हो गया. So I am going to get alpha minus beta whole square, and always remember this is the most standard approach to solve these kind of questions. So alpha minus beta का whole square comes out to be this, एंड अल्फा माइनस बीटा का होल स्क्वायर जो है वो √5 से, अल्फा माइनस बीटा √5 से कम है. इसका मतलब ये वाली वैल्यू √5 से कम है. ठीक है, √5 के स्क्वायर से, बिकॉज वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट स्क्वायर. सो के स्क्वायर माइनस 4 is strictly less than 9, less than 5. So I can say k square minus 9 is less than 0. So k minus 3, k plus 3 is k plus 3 is going to be what? Less than 0. So k is going to be lying between minus 3 to 3. ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन क्या कह रहा है, कह रहा है कि मॉड के है वो 2 से बड़ा है. ठीक है. सो इसका मतलब ये 2 से बड़ा है और 3 से छोटा है. मॉड के जो है, सो ये -2 हो गया, -3 से -2, और ये 2 से 3. What is the sum of the value? 0. आगे आंसर. So this is how we can get the answer of these kind of questions. So again, I'm not sure why we marked it as easy. नहीं है ये क्वेश्चन, लेंथी है, डिफिकल्ट है, थोड़ा सा सोचना पड़ेगा. तो लेकिन is it a doable question? Yes. Is it a standard type of question? Yes. So in IPMAT Indore, you are going to see a lot of times what is the difference of roots. Sum of roots सबको पता है, difference of roots. So difference of roots निकालने का तरीका ही यही है. So एक बात ध्यान रखिएगा कि whenever you are going to get a question that is on difference of roots, always go with alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta, and that equals to alpha minus beta whole square. And we have Sharad sir with us. Sharad sir has joined, and he is one of the most prominent faculty of mathematics we have on the panel today. Sir, so I was picking up a couple of questions that were skipped by a lot of students. So I would like to have your input on that. कि ये questions जो हैं, I've solved couple of them. ये so basically अगर यहाँ पे ये देखा जाए, most skipped question है, that is question number 12, 15, 3. So 12 जो है,
हाय शशांक, तुमको मेरी आवाज आ रही है एकदम ठीक से? And whoever is viewing this session, very good evening to all of you. And I'm just here, and Shashank sir is doing a fantastic job, and I'll just be his assistant in this session because he has just started the session. He has a flow, and I'll go into that flow. Please lead, Shashank.
No sir, basically I am not leading, I am just assisting.
Both will lead.
So that was there. So basically this is what we were talking about कि ऐसे का सीन ये है कि there were 3 easy questions, 3 easy medium, 7 medium questions, and QA is 5 easy and 19 medium, and 19 easy to medium and 6 medium questions. And since you have taught for a long time, so basically this is the bifurcation of the paper we have for essay. और ऐसे का सीन ये है कि मतलब question number 12 has been left by around 80% students, and that is something I'm not sure why it is happening, लेकिन 80% बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. So let's look at question number क्या कहते हैं,
12, question number 12.
Question number 12 देख लेते हैं सर. ये एक ज्योमेट्रिक सीरीज है, इवन हाँ सर।
इसमें शशांक मेरे को लगता है बच्चों ने इसको छोड़ा इसलिए होगा, बेसिकली जो मेरे को समझ में आया कि छोड़ने का एक बहुत बड़ा रीजन है कि शायद उन्होंने सीक्वेंस सीरीज अभी उतने अच्छे से नहीं पढ़ा या ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन उनके उसमें नहीं आया होगा, तो few of the students would have left because of that. Had this paper come when they are prepared, I think this percentage of not attempt would have gone down. What do you think?
Yes. So मैं अगर ये नॉन नेगेटिव क्वेश्चन है सर, मैं तो आंसर 4 मार्क कर देता रैंडमली, आइदर 4 और 5. मैं आई गिव यू द लॉजिक. अगर मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा है ना, आई मार्क, क्योंकि देखो बेसिकली इट इज गोइंग टिल इंफिनिटी, सो इट इज ए डिक्रीजिंग जीपी, राइट? सो डिक्रीजिंग जीपी है. अब डिक्रीजिंग जीपी में ये नंबर्स माइनस हो रहे हैं, तो मेरा सम आ रहा है 3. सारे स्क्वायर्स ऐड हो रहे हैं, पहला नंबर तो थोड़ा सा बड़ा होगा. सो अगर सारे नंबर्स ऐड हो रहे हैं तो मेरा सम आ रहा है 6. तो इसका मतलब मेरा सम 3 से 6 के बीच में कुछ होना चाहिए. एंड बिकॉज ऐसे, तो इसका मतलब वैल्यू इंटीजर होनी चाहिए. सो आई विल बी गोइंग विद आइदर 4 और 5. दिस इज माय लॉजिक, नॉट सॉल्विंग इट, लेकिन बिना सॉल्व किए मेरा लॉजिक ये कहता है.
शशांक, इस क्वेश्चन में यदि थोड़ा सा यदि हमको यदि आता हो कि कैसे हम इसको करते हैं, तो उसमें मेरे को जो दिखेगा, वो जो क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे लिख रहे हो आप, A1 प्लस A2 प्लस A3, A1 प्लस A3 प्लस A5 नहीं है ये A1. हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
यही करना है.
हाँ, अब इसमें हो क्या रहा है कि यदि हम इसको थोड़ा सा, आपने तो बहुत अच्छा बताया जिस तरीके से ये समझाया कि कैसे इसको देखते ही सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. यदि हम इसको रेगुलर तरीके से करना चाहें तो आप जैसे ये जो 6 लिखा है जिसमें स्क्वायर वाले सम्स में, उसमें आपका पहला टर्म A1 स्क्वायर है और उसमें कॉमन रेशियो R स्क्वायर हो जाएगा. तो बच्चों को शायद ये फॉर्मूला आई एम नॉट एबल टू राइट, सो आई थिंक यू हैव टू राइट फॉर मी शशांक. तो उसमें जो ये 6 वाली सीरीज है, इसमें A1 स्क्वायर अपॉन 1 माइनस R स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 6 हो जाएगा. और ये जो दूसरी सीरीज है, जरा A1 माइनस A2 को ध्यान से देखें तो इसमें A1 कॉमन आ सकता है. A1 माइनस A2 जो ऊपर दिखा हुआ है, A1 माइनस A2 में A1 कॉमन ले लें तो 1 माइनस R हो जाएगा. अब दूसरे वाले में यदि हम A3 कॉमन ले लें, A3 मत कॉमन लो, उसमें क्या करो, A1 इंटू उसमें A1 R स्क्वायर कॉमन ले लो तो 1 माइनस R हो जाएगा. तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि इसमें पहला टर्म A1 इंटू R माइनस 1 है और इसका भी कॉमन रेशियो A1 इंटू R. ना शशांक, ऐसे नहीं करें इसको, एक सेकंड ऐसे लिखें जैसे मैं कह रहा हूँ. A1 इंटू 1 माइनस R बाहर ले लें, A1 इंटू 1 माइनस R, A1 इंटू 1 माइनस R बाहर ले लें, तो हमारे पास पहला टर्म आ जाएगा ब्रैकेट के अंदर 1 माइनस 1 प्लस 1 माइनस R, सॉरी 1 प्लस R स्क्वायर प्लस R रेज टू पावर 4 आ जाएगा. तो नीचे आ जाएगा, मैं कह रहा हूं इसमें पूरा का पूरा ये जो A1 इंटू 1 माइनस R है ना शशांक, पहला टर्म ये कॉमन ले लो और फिर ब्रैकेट स्टार्ट करो यहाँ पे. हाँ, उसमें पहला टर्म 1 आ जाएगा, दूसरा टर्म क्या आ जाएगा, प्लस R स्क्वायर आ जाएगा, फिर इसके बाद R रेज टू पावर 4 आ जाएगा. तो ये टर्म हो गया A1 इंटू 1 माइनस R अपॉन 1 माइनस R स्क्वायर. या ये यदि थोड़ा सा भी हम इसमें ध्यान दें तो इसको हम लिख सकते हैं इसको थोड़ा सा लिख सकते हैं A1 अपॉन 1 प्लस R, A1 अपॉन 1 प्लस R इज इक्वल टू 3. अब जरा ध्यान दो, देखो मेरी समझ से क्वांट में जो मैंने सीखा आज तक एप्टीट्यूड में, कि हम पेन चलाने से पहले दिमाग चला लें. यदि हम पेन चलाने से पहले दिमाग चला लें तो जो अंडरलाइन किया है और जो लास्ट टर्म लिखा है इसको डिवाइड कर दो तो देखो क्या आएगा. जो अंडरलाइन टर्म है उसको डिवाइड कर दो, 1 प्लस R है शशांक, 1. हाँ, तो ये हाँ डिवाइड कर दिया तो 1 माइनस R आ गया. यही निकालना है हमको, आंसर 2 आ गया. ये A1 अपॉन 1 प्लस R को ऊपर वाले से यदि हम डिवाइड कर दें तो a1/1 माइनस r बचेगा, विच इज 6/3 इज इक्वल टू 2। यही आंसर। तो मतलब रेगुलर मेथड से भी ये क्वेश्चन शायद उतना डिफिकल्ट नहीं है, बट मेरे को लगता है बच्चों आपको जो कोर स्ट्रेंथ है एप्टीट्यूड में, क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड में, शायद सीक्वेंस सीरीज फिर से पढ़ना पड़ेगा। यदि आपने 10th के बाद नहीं किया है तो 11th 12th में जब आप ये सीक्वेंस सीरीज पढ़ लोगे ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन, तो ये क्वेश्चन आपका मीडियम से मेरे को लगता है शायद इजी टू मीडियम में शिफ्ट कर जाएगा, यदि आपको रेगुलर मेथड से भी करना है तो। शशांक योर कॉल।
नहीं, मैं तो बोलूंगा कि ये तो ज्योमेट्रिक सीरीज में इफ someone says कि a plus ar plus ar square plus ar cube का सम आएगा, वो तो नहीं आएगा। There are going to be variations of geometry. ठीक है, so this is, I don't find this is a very difficult वो तो आसानी से। So basically I think in this question if a student start writing the term, so first term is a1, second term is a1 r, third term is a1 r square, so यही लिखना अगर शुरू कर देंगे तो मेरे ख्याल से जो स्टूडेंट है उसको दिखने लगेगा। So this is not a question that I would expect anyone to leave. अब मतलब डरो मत, सीरीज से लिख तो लो, कम से कम लिख के देखो, फिर छोड़ देना।
ये जो शशांक सर कह रहे हैं ना, बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है बच्चों। शशांक सर कह रहे हैं कि जो उसमें लिखा है ना उसको लिखो। अब बच्चों को समझ में थोड़ा सा ये हो जाता है, जो इंग्लिश में लिखा है उसको थोड़ा मैथ्स की सिंबल्स की लैंग्वेज में लिखो। लैंग्वेज ट्रांसलेशन है, जैसे ही लिखोगे तुम्हें अपने आप से दिखने लग जाएगा। मेरे को लगता है वही मिसिंग था, तो इसलिए थोड़ा सा नहीं अटेम्प्ट किया। मेरे को लगता है एक बार ये कर लेंगे, लिखने लग जाएंगे तो करने लग जाएंगे। मेरे को क्वेश्चन में डिफिकल्टी लेवल लोअर लगता है।
Question number 3 I have already discussed. Question number 15 also discussed. Question number 10 देख लेते हैं हम। Question number 10 is also skipped by a lot of people. ये वाला सर पहला तो मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन ये, should it be solved in the exam or should it be skipped? Because I know that the cutoff of this essay is hardly 8 sets. So Ninja,
मेरे को लगता है शशांक, यदि 9-4 चमकता है तो करना चाहिए, नहीं तो नहीं करना चाहिए।
अच्छा, 9-4 अगर चमकता है तो करना चाहिए, नहीं तो छोड़ देना चाहिए। ठीक है। So a square minus b square is equal to, and a b c d are natural numbers, so obviously it should be 3 square, it should be 2 square, और ordered pairs की बात की हुई है, so इसका मतलब ये -3 का स्क्वायर, अच्छा नेचुरल नंबर है तो 3 2 ही होंगे। ठीक है, लेकिन अब यहाँ पे ये दिक्कत है कि मॉड लगा हुआ है, so 2 3 भी हो सकता है। So there are going to be 2 possibilities. और उसके बाद तो फिर अपन को परम्यूटेशन, उसके बाद भी सर पार्टीशन तो लगेगा ही लगेगा इसको सॉल्व करने के लिए।
नहीं, बिना पार्टीशन के भी कर सकते हैं। जैसे इसमें a प्लस b की वैल्यू कह रहा है तो 5 हो जाएगी, तो c प्लस d प्लस e 7 हो गया। एक बार लिखो जरा इसको, c प्लस d प्लस e इज इक्वल टू 7। अब a प्लस b तो फिक्स है, चाहे a3 हो चाहे a2 हो, उससे कोई फर्क पड़ने वाला नहीं है। हम इसको बिना इसके किए भी कर सकते हैं कॉम्बिनेशन के शशांक। मेरे को लगता है कि यदि हम ध्यान दें तो हमारे पास CDE के जो ट्रिपलेट बनेंगे, एक 133 बनेगा, एक 133 बनेगा, एक 115 बनेगा और एक 124 बनेगा। 133 115 115 और 124 बनेगा। और जो 124 है वो 6 तरीके से हो सकता है, ये 3 तरीके से, टोटल 12 आंसर आ जाएंगे इसके।
12 × 2। ठीक है,
राइट।
ठीक है।
तो मेरे को लगता है ऐसे भी शायद कर सकते थे हम लोग। मतलब मेरे को यही लगा कि बच्चों को इतना वो करने की बजाय हम उनको डायरेक्टली ये बता दें तो वो भी इतनी बुरी चीज शायद नहीं है। मेरे को लगा कि इस तरीके से भी शायद इस क्वेश्चन को हम हैंडल कर सकते हैं कि आप इसको इन्यूमरेट कर लो। इन्यूमरेट करोगे तो शायद आपसे जल्दी हो जाएगा, बजाय कि आप उसको जबरदस्ती उसमें कॉम्बिनेशन वाली कॉन्सेप्ट लगाओ जिसमें आपको C, D और E हर एक को 1 होना ही होना है। तो फिर वो कॉन्सेप्ट थोड़ा सा इसको ठीक कर लो, C1 C1 D1 और E1 लिख लो,
लेकिन
क्योंकि
इसमें
यू कैन नॉट हैव
आई
अ
थिंक
जीरो।
देयर इज गोइंग टू बी वन
इसमें
मोर
इसमें 9C2
पॉसिबिलिटी।
थोड़ा गलत लिख लिया है। हाँ हाँ,
नहीं
ये
नहीं,
भी एक
इसमें
पर आ जाएगा।
एक और केस होगा, सो बेसिकली इट शुड बी ये
करेक्ट।
एक्चुअली 6C2।
हाँ
आई
6C2 है।
काउंटेड ऑल
शशांक,
नंबर्स।
इसमें इसमें सिर्फ एक ये है कि आप इसमें C1 D1 और E1 लिख लो इक्वल टू 4 लिख लो, क्योंकि ये ब्लैंक्स अलाउड नहीं है इसमें, मतलब जीरो अलाउड नहीं है, क्योंकि नेचुरल नंबर्स की हम बात कर रहे हैं ना। तो C0 नहीं हो सकता, D0 नहीं हो सकता, E0 नहीं हो सकता, 111 तो होना ही होना है। तो इसके बाद एक और स्टेप आएगा, इसमें C1 प्लस D1 प्लस E1 इज इक्वल टू 4 लिख लो, उससे ये 6C2 तुरंत आ जाता है। मतलब यदि आप कॉम्बिनेशन उससे करना चाहें तो उससे आ जाएगा, टोटल मिलके 15 हो जाएंगे। आई मिस दैट 2 to 3, 15 इज करेक्ट आंसर। लेकिन मेरे को लगता है इन्यूमरेशन से भी कर सकते हैं हम इसको, इतनी दिक्कत नहीं है, बट टफ है।
सो
मतलब इसके बाद रुक सकता है, C प्लस D प्लस E के बाद रुक सकता है बच्चा।
सो निंजा बॉय सेइंग कि ये मॉक लाइव नहीं है। सो आई वुड लाइक टू से कि जो प्राइम मॉक्स होते हैं वो अपने लाइव होते हैं, उसके बाद दे आर लॉक्ड फॉर फ्यू डेज। दैट्स द रीजन यू आर अनएबल टू सी दैट मॉक राइट नाउ, बिकॉज क्योंकि हमको एनालाइज करना होता है, एनालिसिस करना होता है। सो बेसिकली आई थिंक वी हैड द डेट टिल टुडे। At this point of time, this mock is not live. It will be open after a few days. Uh, so so don't worry about it. You will be able to see the mock in few days. So अभी तुमको लग रहा है कि नहीं है, but it was already live. Then only we are doing analysis. So basically we lock the mock so that we can analyze the mock for the students who have written the mock. So next time onwards, whenever you see a mock test or specifically a prime one, write it in the first 2 days, 3 days, so that you can join the analysis. Otherwise, it will be not much of use for you. Then we got question number 7. Question number 7 is again skipped by a lot of people. This one.
मेरे को लगता है इसमें इसमें डेटा अननेसेसरीली दिया हुआ है। आपको प्रॉफिट ऑफिट की जरूरत ही नहीं है, कॉस्ट प्राइस की। आपको सिर्फ मार्क प्राइस और डिस्काउंट को देखना है, क्योंकि सेलिंग प्राइस पूछा गया है। शशांक, आपके जॉनर का क्वेश्चन है, बड़ी जल्दी हो जाएगा ये क्वेश्चन। यदि आप टोटल पे यदि ध्यान रखेंगे तो तुरंत ही निकल आएगा, वो कुछ खास करने की जरूरत है नहीं।
So this is a question that is left by a lot of people, and you know, I think the students who are writing IPMAT Indore, they are pretty much comfortable with the matrix determinant thing. I thought most of the people are going to leave that matrix question, but people didn't. A lot of people have attempted that matrix question, so that was pretty much surprising for me. Now
अच्छा,
let's
इसको एक मिनट इसको डिस्कस कर लें, इस वाले को।
हाँ
मेरे को लग रहा है कि मैं सिर्फ एक चीज और भी सिखाना चाहता हूँ बच्चों को। आप क्वेश्चन पढ़ो और फिर पढ़ने के बाद देखो क्या उसमें पूछा जा रहा है, और फिर कॉल लो। ये कह रहा है कि हो सकता है इंफॉर्मेशन बाद में सबसे अच्छी वाली दी हो। मेरे को लगता है इसमें सबसे अच्छी इंफॉर्मेशन है कि दोनों का मार्क प्राइस 400, इसलिए टोटल प्राइस 800 हो गया,
और उस पर 22.5% का डिस्काउंट।
22.5% का डिस्काउंट है। तो 800 में यदि 22.5% का डिस्काउंट है तो 22.5 का दुगना 45 होता है, 45 होता है। 45 इंटू 4 180 हो गया। इसका मतलब 800 से आप 180 घटा दो, और मेरी समझ से यही आंसर है। तो ये सब तो इसमें बेकार की ऊल जुलूल चीजें लिखी हुई हैं, उसमें आप फंस जाओगे और आप उसमें PDCK X करते रहोगे। 620 करके आपको आगे चले जाना चाहिए था। मेरी समझ से तो ये सिटर है। ये बेसिकली आपको कभी कभी क्वेश्चन में ना, मेरी समझ से जो LR में भी दिक्कत होती है बच्चों को, वो सोचते हैं कि जिस सीक्वेंस में इंफॉर्मेशन दी है, द सीक्वेंस इन विच इंफॉर्मेशन इज बीइंग पोर्ट्रेड टू यू, you have to solve the question accordingly. No, you have to first see the entire question, figure it out which is the fixed information, which is the most fixed information जो हिलेगी नहीं, उसको सबसे पहले लिखो। इसमें 400 उसको लिखते ही क्वेश्चन सॉल्व हो जाएगा। Anything which you want to suggest in this question, Shashank?
Nice. This you have put it very nicely कि जो फिक्स इंफॉर्मेशन है उससे अगर स्टार्ट करेंगे तो चीजें बहुत आसान हो जाएंगी। Now let's move to the next section, and that is MCQ.
Yeah.
This Again, we have the standard pattern of IPMAT Indore, that is time speed distance के कुछ क्वेश्चन है, time and work है, probability है, log है, inequality है, conic sections है. So more or less everything has been asked. DI का एक set है, so basically 5 questions means we are talking about one set. And my take on this कि कुछ भी हो, without reading the options you should never start solving the questions. In ऐसे I couldn't say that क्योंकि ऐसे में ऑप्शन ही नहीं होते, लेकिन इसमें होते हैं. So अगर आपको कोई भी क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना है तो आपको हमेशा ऑप्शन पिक करना पड़ेगा, then only, otherwise you can't save time. ठीक है. Question number 26, 31, 27. So, sir, actually, I have a class, so I can't continue anymore. Tanu, can you share the PPT? So, till Tanu is doing it, let me go to question number 26. Yeah. सर ये वाला क्वेश्चन, योर फेवरेट जॉनर पैराबोला.
हाँ, कौन सा ये वर्टेक्स और पैराबोला ये कह रहे हैं. मेरे को लगता है कि हाँ, मतलब बहुत इजी तो नहीं है बच्चों के लिए जिन्होंने पैराबोला नहीं पढ़ा है, लेकिन हाँ बहुत डिफिकल्ट भी नहीं है. लेकिन इसके लिए थोड़ी सी पैराबोला की अंडरस्टैंडिंग होनी जरूरी है और थोड़ा सा a little bit of what you must know what do we mean by x-intercept. X-intercept is basically about when you put y is equal to 0, so then you will get some value which you call x-intercept. X-intercept for this particular parabola, if you put y is equal to 0, you get one value as x is equal to from there there is a vertex is 0, 0 and there are two x intercepts. आप थोड़ा सा यदि इसको बना लें तो थोड़ा सा बेहतर होगा. अब इसमें हो क्या रहा है, इसमें वर्टेक्स थोड़ा सा डिस्प्लेस्ड है. तो सबसे पहले क्या करना चाहिए, हमको थोड़ा सा और अच्छे से पहले वर्टेक्स निकाल लेना चाहिए और सारी चीजें करनी चाहिए, इसलिए थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट है. आप लिखो इसमें y by p is equal to x square plus 6x. y by p is equal to x square plus 6x. x square plus 6x. हाँ, x स्क्वायर से डिवाइड से हटा दें. अब ये x स्क्वायर प्लस 6x को आप परफेक्ट स्क्वायर बनाओगे तो ये हो जाएगा x स्क्वायर प्लस 6x प्लस 9 माइनस 9. हाँ, माइनस 9. 9 को आप उस तरफ ले जाएं तो ये हो जाएगा y बाई p प्लस 9 इज इक्वल टू x प्लस 3 का होल स्क्वायर. अब इसको आप लिख सकते हैं y प्लस 9p इज इक्वल टू, मतलब पी एलसीएम ले ले वहां पे, y प्लस 9p इज इक्वल टू p इंटू, दूसरी तरफ p ले जाए इसी स्टेप में ही, तो दोबारा नहीं करना पड़ेगा, p इंटू एक्स प्लस 3 का होल स्क्वायर. अब इसको आप ध्यान से देखें तो ये आपकी इक्वेशन बन गई y इज इक्वल टू 4a ये x स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू y प्लस y x स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 4ay वाली इक्वेशन में, x स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 4ay. अब इसमें बच्चों को सबको पता होता है कि इसमें जो वर्टेक्स है वो x इज इक्वल टू 0 और y इज इक्वल टू 0 है. इससे हमारा वर्टेक्स आ गया, इससे हमारा बच्चों वर्टेक्स आ जाएगा x प्लस 3 इज इक्वल टू 0 से x माइनस 3 आ जाएगा x कोऑर्डिनेट वर्टेक्स का, और y प्लस 9p इज इक्वल टू 0 करने से 9p आ गया. बस इतना ही इस क्वेश्चन में एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी था, बाकी इस क्वेश्चन में अब कुछ भी दम बची नहीं है. एक बार हमने ये वर्टेक्स निकाल लिया डिस्प्लेस पैराबोला का, फिर इसके बाद हमको कुछ नहीं करना है, हमको y इज इक्वल टू 0 लिखना है, x इज इक्वल टू 0 आ जाएगा, y इज इक्वल टू 0 पे x इज इक्वल टू माइनस 6p आ जाएगा. तो हमारे पास 3 पॉइंट हो गए. पहला पॉइंट है वर्टेक्स विच इज माइनस 3 माइनस 6p. हाँ,
वैसे कुछ बनेगा.
हाँ जी बिल्कुल ऐसा बनेगा। वर्टेक्स का कोऑर्डिनेट 0 0 नहीं है यहाँ पे, इसको लिखते हैं आप -3, -9p, -3, -9p। एक कोऑर्डिनेट ऊपर लिख लें 0, 0, एक कोई भी पॉइंट आर्बिट्ररी ले लें 0, 0, और उस दूसरे पॉइंट को ले लें 0, सॉरी -6p, 0, -6p, 0। अब बस आपको इसका एरिया निकालना है, जिसमें आप डिटर्मिनेंट भी यूज कर सकते हैं, या कुछ 6p यहाँ से दिख रहा है और उससे भी कर सकते हैं आप, जैसे भी आप करना चाहें। you can solve that area, and that area will come as 54 p by 2 mod होगा, तो आप उसमें लिख सकते हैं 27 mod p। 27 mod p will be equal to 108, and that means p is equal to -4, सर ये -2 गलत हो गया, हाँ p is equal to हाँ -4, so that is our answer। लेकिन हाँ मतलब थोड़ी सी दिक्कत हो सकती है, बच्चे हैं, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड, इट्स नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम, ठीक है, दैट इज वेयर इट इज। इसके लिए पैराबोला आना चाहिए, बट मेरे को लगता है जिन बच्चों ने 11th 12th में मैथ्स नहीं ली है, दे शुड लीव दिस क्वेश्चन, दे विल नॉट बी एबल टू फाइंड आउट द वर्टेक्स।
ये वाला क्वेश्चन था तो डिफिकल्ट। क्वेश्चन नंबर 31।
ये डिफिकल्ट नहीं है, ये शशांक आपके जॉनर का क्वेश्चन है, आसान सा क्वेश्चन है। 18 फैक्टोरियल में 18 में आपको पता नहीं चाहिए कितने 5 हैं, उसके बेसिस में आप ट्रेलिंग जीरो निकाल सकते हैं, वहां से क्वेश्चन लीड करेगा।
So how many values of n exist? जहाँ पे 18 factorial minus n factorial has trailing zero, 4 trailing zero।
तो सबसे पहले 18 फैक्टोरियल में आप देखें कितने 5 हैं, कितनी 5 की पावर है, तो 18/5 लिखें तो 3 आ जाएंगी पावर, और 2 की तो ज्यादा ही होंगी, 9 के ज्यादा ही होंगी, तो उसको देखने की जरूरत नहीं है। इसका मतलब there'll be 3 trailing zeros। 18 फैक्टोरियल will have 3 trailing zeros। तो अब हमें n फैक्टोरियल पूछा है, हमें नेक्स्ट चौथा डिजिट निकालने की जरूरत नहीं है, हमको सिर्फ एक चाहिए कि एक और 5 आ जाए। तो हम क्या करेंगे, 18 फैक्टोरियल माइनस 17 फैक्टोरियल से आइटरेशन करते हैं, चेक करते हैं। तो जैसे 18 फैक्टोरियल माइनस 17 फैक्टोरियल लिखा, जैसे लिखें शशांक 18 फैक्टोरियल माइनस 17 फैक्टोरियल, अब इसमें 17 फैक्टोरियल कॉमन आ जाएगा और 1 आ जाएगा, तो हमारी बात नहीं बनेगी, 5 नहीं आया, तो 18 फैक्टोरियल माइनस 16 फैक्टोरियल लिखें।
18 फैक्टोरियल माइनस 16
फैक्टोरियल,
तो ये 18 into 17 minus 1 इसमें तो आ रहा है।
यस, इसका मतलब 16 फैक्टोरियल में 5 आ रहा है, चौथा ट्रेलिंग जीरो आ जाएगा, और ऐसे ही 15 में भी आ जाएगा।
तो 18 into 17 into 16 minus 1,
क्योंकि 8 7 56 6, लास्ट डिजिट अभी भी 6 है, तो 6 minus 1 15 हो जाएगा, तो अभी भी आ जाएगा। यही दो इसके आंसर्स हैं, फिर इसके बाद ये 5 मूव हो जाएगा, ठीक है सर। तो मेरी समझ से कैसा क्वेश्चन है? मेरी समझ से ट्रिकी है, आप बताइए, मेरे को तो मॉडरेट से ऊपर ही लग रहा है।
मैं तो नहीं करूंगा इसको।
तो बच्चों ने अच्छा किया, इसको छोड़ दिया। अच्छा, एक बात मेरे को और बतानी थी बच्चों को, कि लास्ट ईयर जब 2017 का पेपर हुआ था बच्चों, तो आपको जान करके हैरानी होगी कि MCQ वाज वेरी टफ। So please note, we are making our mocks in the same vein, same trend. So please treat it accordingly. You don't have to solve 30 questions. You just have to solve 10 questions. This question should be left for your neighbor to do, not you. अपने बगल वाले को बोलो सर बड़ा आसान है, आप करके देख लो, खुद नहीं करना चाहिए।
So इसके अलावा let's pick couple of more questions. Question number 27, 34. Question number 27. This one.
I think I think, Shashank, this is also a question which should be left because it has too many divergence. First of all, you have to say y की value 0 to 6. Then you have to 2x plus y or ये 3x is equal to 2y से आप एक वैल्यू निकालोगे. पहले x plus 2y is equal to 2x plus y करोगे, उससे x is equal to 6 आएगा. फिर 3x is equal to 2y करोगे और वो वैल्यू पुट करोगे आप इसमें x प्लस वाई इज इक्वल टू 12 में, तो आपके तीन पार्टीशन आएंगे इसके. पहला है 6 y इज इक्वल टू 6, दूसरा है y इज इक्वल टू 36/5 और तीसरा है y इज इक्वल टू 12. अपने आप से x की वैल्यू वो चेंज होती रहेंगी क्योंकि x प्लस वाई 12 है. और इस पे करना पड़ेगा. मेरी समझ से सोल्यूशन आप देख लो, मैं आपको बता सकता हूं कैसे सॉल्व हुआ है, लेकिन ये क्वेश्चन छोड़ने लायक है, इसको नहीं करना चाहिए. Unless and until Shashank sir can tell you some short trick in that. We are currently doing this question. This has around 30 questions. 30 questions, and it has around how many minutes? 40 minutes. Now, out of 40 minutes, if I have to, solve all 30 questions, then I must be a genius. But if I have to do that much question, which will help me to get a call from IPMAT Indore, in my opinion, those number of questions could be somewhere around not more than, if you ask me, then it is not more than how many questions out of this 30? I would say if I'm writing my marks, I will not aim for more than 15 questions. If I'm slightly jittery, I'm not very, very convinced about my skills, then I will again say, no. I will solve only 10 MCQs. So my aim is not to solve 30 questions, but in 40 minutes, I should select and solve only easy 10 questions. What do I mean by easy 10 question and how will I select it? It is a simple funda. Do not unnecessarily do research and think and try to do something new on your mock desk. Don't do it. Do a question for 2 minutes, understand it, do the application. If it is not occurring you how it is going to get solved, move to the next question. That is the first thing. Don't do practice type of things when you are taking mock. In my opinion, there are two modes of study. One is practice, other is mocks or real exams. Please note, we will not do anything new. Only very, very no, ये different है. New things we learn here. We learn here, we apply here. We don't learn inside the mocks. Don't try to do it, okay? No, I remember geometric progression. Somebody has told me, now I'll solve it. Don't do it. Only do what you already know, what you can solve. And believe you me, even a paper of this kind will have at least 10 to 15 questions which can be done without, uh, saying ki nahi, very difficult or anything like that. Just see the difficulty analysis. At least I would always solve these questions. What are these questions which are here? I will always solve these questions. And how do I know that which are these questions? Only funda is that do only those questions which you know. And if you ask me which are the other questions which could be done, first of all, please note, whenever you get these questions, where is DI or logical reasoning, please do that question on a priority. Search in a paper of IPMAT and do those questions on a priority, because these are most of the time are the easiest questions of the lot. Understood? So this is how we will do our thing. कि देखो भाई, at least I will get my marks right. I'll get my selections intact. I will only solve which I can. Now let us see the questions which are there in front of us. If suppose I have a strategy that I'll solve these easy questions only and I will apply only 2 minutes. So I'm assuming that these easy questions I will be able to do in somewhere around how many minutes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes. And suppose I will not attempt these questions. I will only see these questions and move away. So even if I invest 6 minutes in doing it, right? I still have around 24 minutes to solve and see these many questions. I have already told you that 45 I will do because it is lying in LR and DI pattern. So one more question has gone here. So this become 5 plus 1, 6 questions. I am slowly accumulating, right? I have only invested 16 minutes, 6 questions. In how many mocks and how many of you have done this? Think about it. Now I have 24 questions and I have to solve only 8. Only 8. How many questions is this? 6 plus 6 are out, 12 questions are out of 30. So this will be around 18 odd questions. I don't have to count it. Around 18 odd questions. Out of 18 questions, there will be only 8 questions which I need to solve into 3. That's it. If I do 2 minutes 16, बाकी 8 मिनट क्या करना है? Question reject करना. So this is the scene. We are not doing rejection. Rejection नहीं कर रहे हैं उतने ज़्यादा questions का. If I do my mocks well, I know how to reject these 8 questions and these 6 questions. I will always do well because 8 plus 6 will take me approximately kids 14 minutes. Right? I will have 26 minutes, and believe you me, I will be able to attempt, sorry, 36 minutes. I will be able to solve at least 15 questions. If I solve 15 questions and I'm a human being, I make errors, I get 3 wrong. 3 wrong, 12 correct, 3 wrong. I have a very, very good chance of getting a call from IIM Indore. So this is what is a test taking strategy is in IPMAT. I am not targeting, out of 120. I am not targeting 112 marks. I am targeting only 40 marks. That's it, and that I'll get because as per my present strategy, I'm getting 45. If even if my day is bad, if I get one more question wrong, still I am 40. And you know what? Last year, the cutoff was very less. So let us see how many students have attempted. I'm very happy to note this that many of the students have done this and they have a very high accuracy also. Wonderful, very well done. And why this question was not attempted much? Let us go to this question. No, accuracy has dipped. Why accuracy has dipped? Attempts are so many. Let us go to that question 42 and help you with it. What it entails, what it actually has, why the question is wrong, why you have got it wrong. Here, I have stations, I have arrival time, I have departure time, I have halt time. It's a train ka timetable, and this is also given how much is distant. If you have used, IRCTC app or Ixigo app, you know all these things which are there in that. The information has been culled out of it. This is a new information which will be with, uh, particular TT who's traveling, TTs who's traveling in that passenger train or express train. This is the information is here. ठीक है. कहाँ कहाँ जा रहे? दिल्ली, हापुड़, सूरत, बड़ौदा, अगरतला, नालंदा, Ahmedabad and Banaras. What it is asking? 42 question. This is the question which many of the students have got. Accuracy levels were slightly low. How much time does the train take to reach Ahmedabad after departing from Agartala, including halt time? after departing from Agartala. So Agartala ka halt time included nahi hai. It is not included. Halt at Agartala is not included. So Agartala departure, you have to just write in your rough paper. Agartala time of departure have to be noted, and Ahmedabad not time of departure but time of arrival have to be noted. That's it. And what it is, I have to figure it out from here. Ahmedabad arrival time is 8 o'clock. 8. Is it PM or AM? Does not matter. It is written AM, so I will write here AM. And at what time it has started its journey from Agartala? Agartala, it has started its journey at 6:45. That's it. I mean, only thing I can think of, the student would have made mistake that rather than putting 1 hour 15 minutes, they would have taken and written 1 hour 17 minutes. That is the only mistakes which could have creeped in and made the difference between correct answer or incorrect answer. है ना बच्चों? So answer is simple. Answer is 1 hour 15 minutes. That's it. So it was easy. It was not so difficult, and you have also come to know why we have made a mistake. If we had make a mistake, why we have made a mistake. Now let us also analyze. This was the question number 42, which we have taken from difficulty analysis. Now this performance metrics, which is here attempt versus accuracy. This question we have discussed. Now, which is the interesting question which is here, which is, according to you, a tough question? Tough question in which you have very less attempt. But see the accuracy level. Accuracy level is more than 50%. Acceptable, but not much. So, which is this 26th question? Should we leave it? 78.48% of students have left it. Okay. So, let us go to question number 26. And let me also figure it out whether this question need to be left. I have just solved this question with you. I think if you have not taken maths in class 11th and 12th, and if must leave it. So the only student who have got it here, who would have taken coordinate geometry in class 11th and 12th and have studied at a particular level. So it's a good choice. You should leave. It's a question to leave. Good choice to leave. No two thoughts about it. What about question number 31, which is also a question which many of the students leave? Yeah, but one thing is for sure, you are leaving right kind of questions. That is very good. Good catch. Question number 31 is also discussed, and I have also explained to you that this is a difficult question. And if I were taking the examination, I will do it maybe in round 3. And I have never reached in my life in round 3. Maybe few of you will. It is also a good question to leave. Please leave these questions. There is no harm in leaving these questions. These are tricky questions and they will take a lot of your time also. Now, which is this question? Question number 27. Let us see what this question number 27 entails. I think I have discussed this question also with you guys. Of course, this question has to be left. Just run away from this. And also do one thing. Tell your neighbor that this question is a very easy question. Do it. It's a tricky and it's a lengthy question. So 27 is also a very good lead. Both these questions should be marked for others to do, not for you to do. Very nice, kids. Well attempted paper. Question number 34. What about question number 34? अरे ये तो लगता है गलत हो गया. चलो देखते हैं question number 34. Question number 34 says what? Question number 34 is saying this. This everybody who has taken, everybody who has taken, coordinate your maths in class 11th and 12th, if you've taken maths in class 11th and 12th, or you would have studied in career launcher about higher mathematics, then you will be able to do this question. This is center 1, this is center 2. If this is a circle, x square plus y square is equal to r square, then center 1 will have 0 comma 0. And if this circle is x square plus y square minus 10x plus 16 is equal to 0, then this center will be equal to 5 comma 0, and radius of the center is given as r. If you have not done maths, kids, in class uh, 11th and 12th, I'm not sure you can do this question. This is 3. The formula over here which has been used for radius is g square plus f square minus c. You can also actually do it by making this as a perfect square, which is a very very long time taking size, but you can do x square minus 10x. This is an alternate method. You can do x square minus 10x plus 25 plus y square. Make this in a bracket is equal to 25 minus 16. So this is 9. This could be easier for the kids who have not done maths at 11th and 12th. Make a perfect square. From here you can say center is 5 comma 0 and radius is 3. By the time my clock would have tell me कि भैया time हो गया भागो, so you would have simply left that question. But what is the concept? C1 C2 has to be less than R1 plus R2, and C1 C2 has to be greater than difference of R1 minus R2. वैसे ही this question was tough. Now this is also here. C1, C2 is the difference between the center, which is easy. Difference between the center is 5, then 5 R plus 3. So R is greater than 2. At least ये पता चल गया कि R is greater than 2. Either this is the answer or this is the answer. Let us solve the next one. 5 is less than R minus 3. Then R will be uh, you know okay, this I have written it wrong. It is this, so this will be R minus 3 will be in this form. R is less than 8, so of course this is wrong. This is a correct answer. But in my opinion, all the students who have not taken maths in class 11th and 12th, they can simply leave this question, and believe you me, it will not impact your chances of clearing this particular IPMAT paper. Suppose this was the IPMAT Indore paper, it will not impact your chances. You could have simply left this question number also, which was trying to harass you by asking these questions. This is question number 34. Okay, कोई ज़रूरत नहीं थी क्वेश्चन करने की if you're not very sure of your circle of coordinate geometry. But please note, if we teach you in career launcher in higher math section, even if you have not taken in class 10th, even if you have not taken maths in class 11th and 12th, and you are studying with us and we're teaching you higher maths, please pay attention. We will teach you how to do these problems. Okay, then it will become a doable problem for you. Then you will not leave. Then you will not be amongst that 68.54%, but you will be along 31.46% who will do this question and see the accuracy rate. Phenomenal, 70% se bhi upar. So be that person, study well in your higher maths, and it will have a very, very positive and salubrious effect on your preparation and your marks. Okay, positive, beneficial impact hoga. Please do that. Even if you have done 11, 12 ka maths, then also please do session carefully, because lot many questions will move from medium to easy questions. Okay, last of this slot, which is question number 20, where lot many people have not done, and also their accuracy is also suspect. Let us see this question number 20. What does it say? 11 distinct positive integers are arranged in this. It is a statistics question. Is it difficult? Maybe, may not be, but let me explain you. Let me solve this question for you. What is the funda and concept behind this statistics question? You have a 42 and 5 unknowns linked on either side, and if you have to maximize one of these, let's say you have to maximize, then you have to minimize all the remaining numbers. How can I minimize? These are distinct positive integer. I'll start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have entered here 42. Then this will be 43, 44, 45, 46. This is the way to maximize. And how will I minimize? That I will also share with you so you can do your computation. And for similar time, similar question next time you can solve. Now I have to minimize. If I have to minimize, then I have to maximize all these three. And now I can maximize. I'll write 41, 40, 39, 38, 37. If you're slightly smart, then you know 39 is average of all these five numbers. You write 39 into 5 plus 42, which is equal to, again, 40 into 5 is 200, so 195 plus 42, which is 7, 237 bacho, 237. And wow, this is given, the sum is given is how much? 550. 11 into 50. Very nice. So if I subtract 550, say this 237, matlab till this point I have subtracted, I will get how much? 3, 1, 3. And if I divide by 5, I'll get 6, 2, and 3 left. Wow. So this is simple for me. I will put values in and around 62. So I will start, because these are values which I have to get. 62 into 5 plus 3, that means of course this is going to be 65. If this is going to be 65, then this will be 64, then 63, then 62, then 61. If I add these, I'll get 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 4, 9, 9, 3, 12, 12 to 14. So that is how we can solve this particular question, right? How did I come to this conclusion that these are supposed to be the number, not 64? This is not correct. I'll put so that all these are 62, 62 into 4. So this is not the exactly coming out to be the number, because 62 is here, 62 has to be here, and 3 needs to be added here. This sum should be 437 to 1, 437 to, this has to be 62 into 4. Just a second. So this has to be 248. If it is 248, then I have one of these numbers will be 60. 437 and one will be 61. If I put this, I'll get 248, and this number will be 65. This is the minimum value. This is the minimum value, and similarly, if you solve this, you'll get 315. 315 minus 65 will be 250. करना चाहिए, मेरी समझ से बहुत अलजेब्रा नहीं है, इसे normal arithmetic. This is a round 2 question. Round 2 question matlab when I have done all my easy questions, then I will solve this question. It might take 4 to 5 minutes. The trick was 62 plus 3 is the minimum value, which is 65. You don't have to put all these numbers. That is junk. You add all these and subtract from 550, which is also very cool. You will get directly 315. That's how you solve this problem. Could be. And if you have left, you have not done a major crime. You have not done a major mistake. You can leave this question. So kids, you have left very right questions. Hopefully you have not wasted times on these. And out of these questions which are here, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, there's a lot of questions which are easier, which you can do just by looking at the question carefully. Like this question number 16. If I see this question number 16, and if I crack that 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2, 1 minus 1 by 4, I'll tell you two methods how to solve this. Plus 1 minus 1 by 8. If I do this, right beta, then also I am secure, because these are n terms, that is n minus 1 by 2 raised to the power n, ये 1/2 ऐसे नहीं, plus 1/4 plus 1/8. How many terms? N terms. This is GP. GP सॉल्व करेंगे तो 1/2 फर्स्ट टर्म आ गया, 1 minus 1/2 raised to the power n upon 1 minus 1/2. This and this will get cancelled. N minus 1 plus 1/2 raised to power n. कहीं दिख रहा है? हाँ, यहाँ दिख रहा है. So that is method number 1. If it strikes you 1 minus 1/2, then you can do this. मेरी समझ से the easiest method in this is this. Let's take n is equal to 3 and check. All of you should know this method. If this method is not known to you, then you don't know how to take aptitude exams. Put n is equal to 3. Then my terms is 1/2, 3/4, plus 7/8. 1/2 is 0.5, 3/4 is 0.75. This is around 0.8. 8, let's say. So this is 3, this is 3, 5, 8. 1 is carried, 8, so no, this is 50. So let us do one more step, 1.25, so that I don't make a mistake here. This is 3, this is 1, this is 2.1, close to 2. And let us evaluate option A. 2 raised to power 3 minus 3 minus 1. This is 4. Of course, बहुत दूर है. 1 minus 1/2 cube. Of course, बहुत दूर है. So मेरी समझ से A and B आंसर होने नहीं वाले हैं. And what about this? This is 8 minus 1, 7. ये भी बहुत दूर है 2.13 से. अच्छा, इसको चेक करते हैं जिसको क्लिक किया है. ऑप्शन सी को चेक करते हैं बेटा, बड़ा मजेदार है ये. 1/8 plus 2, no, plus 3 minus 1. So this is what 2 plus 1/8, which is equal to 2.1. Why the hell will I solve this? Just put n is equal to 3. And if you're short of time, please put n is equal to 2. That's it. और ज़्यादा टाइम कम है तो गड़बड़ हो जाएगी. Then you will get confused if you put n is equal to 1. I think n is equal to 3 is a safer choice, though slightly longer, but that's how you should do this question. And tell me, after seeing this video, would you not say that this 16th question is an easy question you should know here? That is why I am saying the questions which are here. And see how many attempted? 50%. Come on, yaar. N is equal to 3 करके कर लेते. You would have done more. This is one of the easiest question if you can follow this summation wala series at this particular method and check your answer backs. Had this been a theta question, then it would have been a different story altogether and formatted differently. So this is how I would like to end my session. That leave the questions which you know how to leave, because वो आते ही नहीं है तो leave करना ही पड़ेगा शायद. लेकिन हाँ, कई क्वेश्चन ऐसे हैं जो हम, जैसे मैंने अभी आपको क्वेश्चन नंबर 45 सिखाया. I have taken the extreme question 16 and 45. Both can be moved here, right? How many questions out of these? Only 6 more I have to move here. I will come to this strategy of how much doing 15 question, getting 3/4 right. 3/4 wrong. Right? So what is my strategy, kids? That I will solve all the questions which are there, right? And get, let me erase all the ink here. My basic strategies, I'll solve 15 questions. Get 3 to 4 wrong. Human being funda. Marks is either 45 or 39. In both cases, I will get IIM Indore call. And that is what I want. Rest, I don't care if I'm a student. Okay. My first target is this. Then I'll maximize. Solve 15 questions. And how do I do it? Do the 6. Out of this, solve it. Leave these questions very fast, very, very fast. This 42 could have also come here. This 45 could have also come here. I think the 16 I have told you. I have already told you how to do this. Please leave this question in less than 6 minutes time. If you can do that and leave here 8 questions in less than 8 minute times. If you can do this, you will have around 8 plus 6 14. 14 out of 14 40 minutes में से ये 14 चले गए रिजेक्शन वाले टाइम 26 minutes to do. I will surely do 15 questions in this and get selected. Please leave these questions which you are not sure in 1 minute time or less than 1 minute time. That is how we crack any kind of examination. Nothing is difficult. जो नहीं आता वो difficult है और यदि paper difficult है तो सबके लिए difficult है. It's not only for me. It's a percentile game. It's a competition. Hopefully you will write your next mock much better, and you will get much better marks. Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us. I'm sorry for a little bit of changeover from Shashank to me. We both have classes. I had classes till 8. He has classes till 9:30. I have to travel, come back here, and so on and so forth. So those are the reasons. Thank you very much. Please leave your feedback with our support staff, or you may call me also. This is my number 9560140002. This is Sharad Avasthi. I teach QA and LRDI with CL. You can call me and also send me your feedback so that we will organize the session much more effectively for you next time. Hopefully this was beneficial to you. Thank you very much. Good night. Take care.